So, two good things today. One of them is that tomorrow we finally get our new refrigerator and freezer, and get the old one or remote, and also the temporary remote, because the temporary is a really awful one. I mean, I like the actually refrigerator and freeze, but it's placed in the middle of the kitchen, and yeah, as you've seen on my video, I can't. It's hard to pass by it. You can't reach the stove. You can't open the oven. You can't. It's hard to pass in through the door. It's going to be so good to get rid of it. We really need this new one. So it's really good. And another thing is, I've been talking some about this problem with preschool and with medication, and I don't want to give the right medication. I've been like in this conflict with the new boss of preschool, and if you know me or followed this blog for some time, you know that I almost never get angry. I never lose it. Never. It's like you're just biggest no-no for me. But today, my next oldest child went to preschool and left those papers from the doctors, which should be in order and everything should be fine and so on, to the headmaster of his preschool. This headmaster I really dislike so extremely much, and she has a nerve to tell my kid that she will not give a receipt on receiving those papers, and naturally she has to write that, because you need to know, you need to be able to prove that somebody has gotten the documents. You can't just drop them off and say, oh, maybe she got them, you know, because you really need to be able to prove that somebody got these documents. Very important. And I asked specifically for it, and still she didn't want to give it. And also she tells my child that it's looking weird and it probably won't be approved. And those documents are written on documents from the preschool. Those are the like absolutely most accurate, correct documents there are. And yeah, this has been such a complete mess. So I was so angry when I heard it. Was when my kid called me and told me about this. For the first time in a very long time, I completely lost it. So I picked up my phone and I called her boss, which I've been talking to quite a few times before, but I called him again. And as he didn't answer his phone, I left a message on his answering machine, and I am not proud of it, but I called him like an incompetent idiot who doesn't do his work, and some other not very flattering things. I was so angry. I lost it completely. I said things I would never normally do. It's like definitely not me. And some time passed. I got another mail from this woman, and the headmaster, she was still being a pain in the back. And I waited a little bit longer, and shortly after 8 o'clock in the evening, way past working hours, I get mail from her boss, and he told me sorry, he didn't answer the phone before, but he was busy then, and says that naturally everything is fine. He'd been talking to the headmaster. I can leave Rue tomorrow as normal. Everything should run smoothly now. No problem at all. Great, right? But the thing is, I mean, I'm really glad that it worked out. Absolutely, really. But at the same time, I'm angry and I'm upset and I'm sad, because the people I can't respect people who only respond when you're aggressive. Because to me, aggressive people and people only respond when you're aggressive, it means it's a sign of being mentally weak and not very smart. That you have low intelligence, like you can't express yourself in other ways, or you can't communicate without anger, and then you're simply not, you know, smart people are able to find other ways. It's something, maybe it's just not very nice of me to say so, but I really do think so. I think if you are able to if you're an intelligent person, you can put your feelings aside and see things in an analytic ways and stay calm and so on. And yeah, and I have really little respect for people who start acting like a 3-year-old when they hit an obstacle. And I feel like I did that today, and that this was what this person needed in order to do his job. But it shouldn't have to be like that. I have no respect for him anymore. I feel like I'm glad it worked out, but that shouldn't have to be the way it would work, because being aggressive is never a solution. It's just a bad thing overall. It's uncivilized. Yeah, it's uncivilized, and it's very childish. And, yeah, so that's yeah. I should only be happy, but I'm a little bit annoyed about that. Yeah, things actually worked out, and I'm glad for that. And tomorrow we're going to hospital to see Rose doctor about her stomach and medication, and I have very little to none hope that we will be able to stop with any medication. Maybe she will have to stop. We'll be able to stop one of them once she takes it 3 times a day, and that would be really nice when she would be down in 9 times a day. But as now it's 12 times a day. But probably not. And she probably have to run some tests tomorrow, drain some blood and so on. And I'm not looking forward to it, but it's going to be nice to have it done and know that she's in good hands, because this is a doctor I really trust. So yeah, please